What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hello.
It's been a while, right?
Late na sa by a week. We have been, like, as predicted 2 episodes ago, na-punish lagi ta sa, box office gods, like murag. Movies, and then afterwards, big game drops. It's like Breath of the Wild na back-to-back, and then it's like, first you're blowing Breath of the Wild, and at your back you have karang Final Fantasy XVI that just came out.
Tears of the Kingdom, man. You mean that?
Oh fuck, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
The Breath of the Wild sequel, I meant. Is
Yeah,
anyone even gonna be angry about that?
Yeah, probably somebody out there of our 3 viewers. But yeah, the thing here is that Bayani and I have been very busy with the way of life now, and this podcast still around, but sometimes we lost our way, like we can't find the
Hopefully,
schedule.
karang gi-advise ko sa kaning usa ka friend nako na murag, dude, what you have to do lang to get like industry connections is to just keep publishing online, bay. Just keep doing it. And I'm like, oh fuck, but we're not. I don't know. It's like, but sige lang. Sige lang, we'll get there. Episode 60? 61.
60, yes. 60 now.
Damn.
It's been a long ride, no?
Yeah. We made 60 of these. It's amazing. Sige. I got a bunch of, on the movie end of things, I've seen Elemental and the recently released Indiana Jones 5. And you were just stuck in the world of whatever the Final Fantasy is. What's the setting now? Is it the
It
Sanctuary?
still has chocobos. No, that's Diablo. But Final Fantasy XVI just came out, and I've been playing a lot of that, and we're gonna talk about it in a while. And we forgot about Secret Invasion. And I'm pretty sure everyone has forgot about Secret Invasion.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares anymore. Like, they're already done, man.
Yeah, it feels like, okay, I'll give you like a small Secret Invasion take. Namorag, it kind of feels like maybe it was Samuel L. Jackson's idea lang na it's my time to be in the spotlight. Okay, how many episodes have you seen?
I've seen the 2 episodes. I'm gonna like this one.
Yeah. Murag weird kayo siya, no? Like, murag, he's like, this is my mission, man. It's like, the only 2 brothers left, you and me. We're gonna, like, we gotta save the green people. And then see, like, it's the first time you see some kind of, like, black tension in a Marvel property. Like, besides katong Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like, where... Kakita na ba kag Falcon and the Winter Soldier, diba?
Yeah, I did.
There's
it's
like,
just,
diba?
like, there is zero political, like, I mean, I know it is a very political show, but, like, it's all sidetracked with these emotions and, like, Samuel L. Jackson, and I don't know, it's all weird. Like, everything's all over the place. Like, what are we gonna do here? What are we expecting?
Yeah, for me, I'm just like, well, it's 6 episodes, and, like, I guess I'll just wait, but... So far, I'm not excited to be like, what's the next one? Well, I need to know what happens. I'm just like, I guess this is happening now. I'm just waiting. Yeah, but like, ano lagi ko ato, like, it was really karang caught off guard ko na say War Machine and si Samuel L. Jackson about being black, and then si War Machine is like, murag, why don't you, like, I don't know, like, get in line. Brother, get on here. I'm like, whoa, this is so so odd, but okay.
Some black on black action. yeah. So like, even it's supposed to be a political thriller, right? But I don't just feel like there's so much stake at Ganba. Like, what's the problem here? What's the like? I know the Skrulls are around, but the stakes are so little. To think they're this invisible threat that they have to take care of, and then Samuel L. Jackson's gonna go alone and take care of everything all by himself. Like, so again, maybe that's his story arc, and it's gonna be, it's gonna end up, badly.
Yeah,
in the
I
next
think
few
it's still.
episodes.
I think the whole thing is still setting itself up. It's like they're like going, okay, this is why Samuel L. Jackson is alone, and then this is why karang, like, at least they're taking the entire like threat seriously. Like they killed 2,000 people in the pilot, and then it's like, it's not just like, okay, we get to see the superheroes fight the bad guys. It's we're looking at the quote unquote political part of the universe where they're like there's tensions between countries, and then like there's like bureaucracies that we have to like go through. So it's a different thing. Like, if mag-complain ka about the formulaic Marvel, you're like, okay, this is different. But I guess since it's still Marvel, we're still kind of like, what are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna turn this adult concept into like into a PG-13 friendly thing that works in that universe? But you get to see someone get their finger cut off, so I'm like, oh, that's new, probably. I'm like,
and Olivia Colman is a standout character there. I like her.
Yeah, she's fun as like an evil like government lady, and like I guess we've seen those kinds of characters before, like the terrible characters who like what they do, but I'm still waiting for something. I'm pretty sure there's a Skrull that we don't know is a Skrull. Like, maybe Aunt Robin is a Skrull. I'm not sure. Like, maybe they faked her death, but it's totally possible for it to happen in this world.
Well, we'll talk about it next time when we actually finish the show.
When the show is finished, we can come back to it and go like, that was weird. But like,
that was weird.
Because Marvel isn't even marketing it that hard. I think even they're like more let's just wait for it to like be over and then we'll be done with it. But like who knows? Maybe it'll be good if it got. Oh, what do you think about the AI opening nila?
Oh, I think I like. It's great, man. It's an interesting take because it's like I understood their explanation where like we can tell the difference. Like it's trying to assimilate into our daily lives now, and I guess it's fine. Like nobody's like nobody's getting hurt probably with that kind of shit. But the AI intro is great. I like the touch to it.
They're like good. Saying Namurag, instead of like paying a poor artist to work on this intro, like Murag, you just use a cold machine AI. And I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure an artist, Rasad, is the one who is like, okay, these are the prompts, and then these are the things, and this is what we keep, this is what we don't. Like, na siya gapon ka detailed. Like, it's not like a studio just goes like, machine, make Secret Invasion intro. And then I think some people think that's what it looks like. So, but it's not. There are still people who are like paid to work the AI to give exactly the type of product. And I understand na thematic ang iyang ang pag-use niya. But these Twitter people are just like more like, we hate Ezra Miller, and then in this situation, Ezra Miller's AI.
Oh, there we go again. There we go again. Okay, let's move on.
Like, I can't tell,
before we go
gender?
another Ezra Miller rampage.
Is Ezra Miller a Skrull? Okay. Speaking of Twitter, like, have you been hit by the like Elon Musk is getting more hate kay? He really is kind of a weird guy to run the site. He's treating it like a streaming service na murag you can only get 600 tweets a day. And then when people are like, that's fucking terrible, Elon, he's like, oh, we'll go outside, touch grass. Oh, like, you fucking idiot. Like, that's not how this works. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure 600 tweets a day is not enough for us. As long we doom scroll a lot, and then when it ends, like, what's gonna happen to us? Are we gonna get like empty vessels now? We can't search for anything anymore. So it's a really bad move. But there was a technical reason for that, Mandao. Like, it was to remove, like, I think there was a limitation to data scrapping.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like, people like preventing a lot of stuff from filtering data and shit. I don't know, but it's a very stupid move. Like, verified people get 6,000 like tweets, and then us, the layman's can get like 600.
Exactly.
That sucks.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I love how everyone is like making fun of it on Twitter. Even film Twitter is all over the place. Like, there was one tweet that I said I saw that film Twitter is gonna be so devastated when they find out that they have to watch the movie instead of talking about it on Twitter. Like, it's crazy. There's all and Jared Gilman. I've been following that dude on Twitter a lot. The Moonrise Kingdom guy. Yeah. And he's been making banger after banger tweets about it. And I just I don't know, like, you can just check his Twitter for like more of that shit. But he's a really funny guy. Like, he's this like weird fuck that I don't know. He's just having fun.
Yeah, and it's like ano sa there are a lot of people are just like shit posting na, oh no, is this your 601st post? Or like, you only have 600 posts today and you wasted it on this one. And it's like a kanang photo of Joker holding kanang a pregnant crazy frog, like sa mukha, eh. Yeah, but
yeah. But I'm sure it's gonna get fixed
so.
in a few days probably.
Yeah, I'm worried because
yeah.
my job is very dependent on Twitter. Like, my job is scouring the news web and then I have to like look at all of the items like on Twitter, like and I have to scrape Jude. And I'm wondering if it's because of this new algorithm na murag ning lesson ang news sa akong news feed, like ang mga big news. It's like, oh, this is weird. Like, I haven't been getting these in my news feed, so maybe is this Elon's fault? I don't know. Yeah, but will you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret invasion, by like I think he's a Skrull. He's trying to assimilate Twitter space, man, and ruin the social media for film Twitter.
Someone
and
call Olivia Colman.
whatever.
Like murag, there's an Elon in a refrigerator somewhere. Nakanang murag nakasuspend siya. So it's like in a Skrull factory.
I mean, he should have been in that submarine.
He should have been in a submarine.
Yeah, would have been a better headline.
Is it too late to talk about the Titanic song?
Yeah, it's too late.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. It already blew up. It's too late.
It imploded already. The topic.
It imploded. Yeah.
Grabe.
But that was a very fun. Few days, no?
Yeah.
Of memes like shitting on rich people.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like Kino, and it's also in line with film Twitter because like James Cameron is on board with that kind of scenario. Like, he's always around, like telling everyone in interviews like, this is what you should never do. Like,
yeah.
Like, I did my own thing and it was successful, but you guys sucked.
Yeah, Ninga was jodang si Cameron. It was like, yeah, so I had my submarine. It was peer reviewed, and then balik-balik ang katong quote sa katong dude that was like, insana, you're remembered for the rules you break, diba? And then okay. And
it's also like permeating gamer space as well because of the shitty
the Logitech
controller. Yeah. So it's a very encompassing fiasco that imploded social media talaga. I said talaga, what the fuck? Yeah, and it's crazy.
What a Manila reflex. Is that the vibe I'm giving off?
Sorry.
I live in Manila now, and you're like...
No.
Is that you talk? I felt bad for that kid who died in it, but I was like...
Yeah, that
it
sucks.
was still like, more like, I'm sorry, kid, but you get drowned out by all of these more like fucking stupid rich people. More like, we have come to that class what do you call it, resentment na they don't really feel bad for what happened because like you're a fucking idiot manzad na like ning pursige ka sa imong thing that's not even legally allowed to be called a submarine though, okay? It didn't pass any of the tests, so it has to be called a submersible vessel. Oh well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably gonna shape 2023.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be it's the major like topic for 2023. Like, whenever we go back, like, yeah, remember that submarine?
Yeah,
that was really that was
crazy.
Crazy.
There was like a prophecy na murag, a guy who tweeted in 2019, or a person na murag, it was like James Cameron should make a Titanic 2 and it'll be a submarine about rich people who decided to go see the Titanic like in person, and then the submarine starts to like to malfunction, and I was like, gonna be high. The gift of prophecy.
And they're already making a documentary about it. Like, it's on the works, and I'm sure like there's one documentary that came out now. It's crazy. come on.
There's gonna be, I hope they make like kind of mga real time na ano. Have you seen those Titanic real time videos where it's like 2 hours of the boat sinking in real time? And then I was like, I wonder if they'll ever make that for the submersible vessel. No, like nag-implode lang siya. Yeah, but okay. Grimace shake, which is kind of new. Like, hey guys, it's Grimace's birthday.
Happy birthday, Grimace! Yeah, it's the A24 of content.
Yeah.
And social in short form media, dude. Like, damn, like Ari Aster would be fucking proud of it. Like the insane creativity these people go through for shit like this. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, what's the best like Grimace shake
The
you've
best
seen?
one, siguro the first one I saw na artsy ang iyang pag-horror vibes was the kid from Beau is Afraid. Like,
Yeah, what the fuck is he doing there? Is that really him?
Ano to, ba?
Or that was somebody
I thought
else?
that kid was a CGI Joaquin Phoenix that they like de-aged or something.
Yeah.
But he's apparently a real kid, and like na-touched by Aster ang iyang art because it was filled with the sounds and we're like, and then it's just like you're not sure what's happening.
And they're even using the Hereditary, like the last music from Hereditary, that every time like the fuck up things happens. Super crazy, man. I've been laughing at it for like a week. It's one of my favorite memes of last week. And
there are some that are
so
that are like more like Blumhouse level lang ang iyang scares. Like I really like the early iterations where it's just like they don't explain it. First it's just them like, hey, happy birthday, Grimace, and the next shot is just someone lying down and then kanang more like explosion of purple somewhere. And then it just slowly kept getting more and more kanang found footage na horror, and then like there are some na I think there are some that like they really go for it na after they sip it they make it go through their nose and then it drips down like that, and it's like, guys, what's happening? And I'm like, whoa. There's no way that was like a kadang capsule in their nose. It was like they had to sip that and then make it go through their nose na wala ra sila reaction. But grabe.
The kid's fucking crazy, Jud. Like there's this one Grimace shake that I've seen about this girl trying to put himself on the river. Like she was like on the river, like going with the flow na ba, like it's crazy. And there's one that was, I think my favorite was the one with the cuts. I think it's some dude that basta it's really crazy. Like we can't explain it here because it's very visual, but it's heavy A24 vibes that we got graced. TikTok was graced with this weird fucking anomaly.
Yeah.
And McDonald's isn't even capable of like handling the PR for this. Like, just fucking go with it. Like, whatever. Let's just make Grimace into like the Five Nights at Freddy's kind of guy.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, Five Nights at Freddy's. Speaking of.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like it. I like it actually. Like it's in line with the game, and the creator is also involved in the movie. So I guess it's fine. Yeah.
It's good to see the comeback of Pita. Like more like non sa naman si Pita Melark ba? Like more like he used to be in everything. He was like in he was in Zathura and then Bridge to Terabithia, and then it was like, what happened to you, Pita? And then kato na, he's back.
Maybe he's just tired probably. Yeah. I mean all that pressure from like being like the Hunger Games volunteer is not good for him.
Siguro kay like marag, but like ano sila duha ni Jennifer Lawrence are like making some kind of comeback, like katong I forgot when Jennifer Lawrence did like a hiatus, but like she's suddenly starring in a comedy kind of No Hard Feelings, and the only hook of the movie is that Jennifer Lawrence goes full frontal and gets in a fight in a beach. And I was like, whoa, I'm definitely gonna pay to see that.
Yeah.
And I haven't yet.
Ooh, we also forgot one film thing. Dune 2 trailer came out.
Uy. It's more of the same, really. But kakita natin ni Christopher Walken and like.
Yeah, we got Emperor Padisha, the Padisha Emperor.
Yeah. Ano siya, like, I guess it wasn't really clear, Jude, sa katong prophecy in the first movie of what Paul Atreides is afraid of becoming. Like, this was the satire of the text na, like, yeah, he becomes the chosen one, but then mag-start siyang holy war along the galaxy about, like, more people who will be killing in his name, and I'm like, oh, I guess that wasn't really that clear in, like, the first Dune, kay Murag.
Yeah.
He just seems like he has some kind of weird spice attack where he's like, what's that line niya? Karang...
In a war in my name.
Yeah, and then it's like, there's a terrible CG kanang Power Ranger version of Tom in it, and then I'm like, okay, that's weird.
You know what? What I'm looking forward to here in Dune 2 is like how would Denis handle a big action set piece? Because as you've said, that dude is like really, really boring when it comes to stuff like that. Even Blade Runner had like action scenes, though it was very, very crisp, but it wasn't like as like good.
It's not exciting.
Diba? So it's not exciting. So I wonder how he can pull this off with Dune 2, like with all the sandworms, with the with all the Fremen marching. So
you should call it
we'll
Zack
see,
Snyder or something.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Or Steven Spielberg, maybe. Like, what I remember I got hyped for Dune when the first teaser dropped, maybe a few months ago, and I decided to watch it again. I still fell asleep in between. I was like, ayos na rin Dune eh. And then the moment that, like, I don't know, like, mo-attack na ang Harkonnen and the action is like, I drift off na jud. Like, what a grabe ha, the power of Denis. Like, it's stronger than melatonin. Like,
dude, I saw it again and I'm really digging it. Like, I don't know. I'm a simp. We've been talking about that. I'm a simp for Denis' atmosphere, like how he builds sets and stuff. So I love it. Every time like there's a good ass scene, even in the trailer, in the Dune 2 trailer, where like Paul was like rallying his like Fremen troops. That was really cool. And the black and white scenes for the weird ones.
Just looking at the Harkonnen, like more like the Harkonnens in black and white. You're like, oh, this is different. They look like more porcelain people, and then say Elvis is just there, like being like oh shit, they got evil Elvis. He's gonna go after Timothy.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's gonna look cool. October,
that was
October or November.
November.
Yeah, it's gonna be the big movie.
What else?
Yeah, I don't. Are you in any way gonna watch Elemental or Indiana Jones? Like Indiana Jones, I don't know. Like what if na pakiana niya.
I'm not an indie guy. Like I've never seen a single Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I'm not as
I don't know, maybe
hyped for that one.
Yeah, for me it's because I think it's Indiana Jones is the one that kind of starts it's the one that makes the adventure movie trope, and then when you're a kid, like kakita na kanang Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider?
I
that
did.
one. Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider, National Treasure. It's like it feels like these are mga offsprings Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones is just like the OG adventure franchise, if you catch my drift. So like like the Shia LaBeouf one didn't do really good when it came out in 2009, and they waited for like more than a decade, and then now we have this one, and I love it. I was like, it was so good.
Okay, what's so different about this one? Like, what made it very great? Like,
I didn't even do my research sa Indiana Jones because like it's kind of really really old school na movies na like I don't know what makes you bored with them, but for me to watch an old school movie like Indiana Jones, you have to have a mindset na I'm gonna finish this na and I have to expect na siya corny na bits here. There are parts that are just full of talking here. So like I didn't bother to like review the entire thing before I watched the new one, and it was like nalingaw ako. Like it's very classic adventure na murag it's the hero versus mga Nazis, and there's running around and there's like jumping on things and there's like an adventure element to it, and you have to find a treasure. I'm like, oh, this is very very exciting, and ganahan kay ko ni director James Mangold. You know James Mangold, right?
I don't know. Is he a spy guy? Is he a spy
Logan.
movie guy?
He directed Logan.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, I think he has a thing for mga aging, dying men na sa iyang mga movies. Kay, the movie, it fully embraces the age ni Harrison Ford. Like, they really talk about how, like, there's an entire scene where they see how much his body has degraded. Namurag, it's gratuitous at some point where Harrison Ford just stands up shirtless and like stretches his body, and you can see every like line of his 80-year-old like physique. And I'm like, this is the movie telling us about how he isn't an adventurer anymore. But like so far when you watch the entire film, he's like riding horses and he's still like punching people to great effect, and I'm like, oh, this is a fun, like, it's a fun adventure. And ganahan kay ko sa, you forget that there's a magical element to it, and then it comes right in the end, and I'm like, whoa! And it's like, it's so good. I came out of the theater elated.
Yeah, it's also like the inspiration for the Uncharted games, so I can really
exactly.
Tomb Raider, something like that. But like I was never really into that thing when I grew up. Like it's either you're an indie guy or you're a Star Wars guy, and I'm like, Star Wars was for me. It was my first like saga and all, and right now, like if I were to watch Indiana Jones, I would rather watch Mission Impossible probably. It's basically the same thing. You're basically describing like old men trying to do crazy stunts.
Can I just like, because you mentioned Mission Impossible, kakita ka sa katong mga post na si Tom Cruise and the director is just like, he's posting a photo of himself buying tickets to watch Indiana Jones and Barbie, and then si Greta Gerwig and like si Margot Robbie. They bought tickets to watch Mission Impossible and Oppenheimer, and then everyone is just waiting for Christopher Nolan to do the same thing, but he's like, he's never gonna do it. He'd rather blow up a theater.
Yeah, dude is unhinged. Twitter is like, this Oppenheimer and Barbie discourse is really interesting. Like it's like there was this meme that I shared. It's like an atomic bomb versus a hydrogen bomb versus like a coughing baby. So it's like those like comparisons doesn't make sense. Like why would you pit these movies against each other when these are like two different genres, man?
Yeah, I guess like what I would say is that it's the cinephiles know. It's more of the cinephiles who are in on the joke. Like, we know that Christopher Nolan is definitely a modern cinematic brand. Na more like, okay, we'll watch that. But when it comes to Barbie, where you have si Noah Baumbach, na Marriage Story, who wrote it, along with Greta Gerwig, who is like the more, I don't know, the face of feminist cinema now. Like, and then you add that to a piece like Barbie, who is like, people are sure that this is not a kids movie. This is going to be adult satire about the toy. So that's why like there's a crowd for it, Jude. Na, oh my God! Like me and my friends are gonna go out to watch Barbie because like we know that Oppenheimer is gonna be like serious nga cinema, but for the people who like satire, like who enjoy the Baumbach movies, siguro like Barbie is going to be a real cinematic na for them sa experience. And which probably won't be as heavy as Oppenheimer. So like more, choose your side.
Man. And also there's so many memes like blowing up, like the Barbie theater when they hear the nuclear bomb on the other cinema, and then, like it blows up on the theater space, man. I don't know. That day on opening day we get it. Philippines get it early screening, so that's a really good thing.
Do they come out the same day though?
I don't know, but it comes out early. The two movies come out earlier.
Oh shit!
I don't know what's the reason for that. I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna come out a day or two early than the actual release. So
plans.
We got it good. Yeah, I might watch. I don't know. My friends and I were planning to like watch Oppenheimer with suits on.
Oh
so
shit!
That's a very, very ambitious. That's a very ambitious move.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be great.
And then Barbie.
And for Barbie, no, I'm just gonna wear the usual clothes. Come on.
I'm like, I'm actually the opposite. I made plans with my cousins to watch Barbie in full pink regalia, and then like I already bought like a kanang pink shirt, and like I'm like looking for what to wear. And then Tiny is also like, I keep telling her now, you should get a blonde wig, and then but they say but she's already got like pink pants and all that shit. So I'm gonna watch Barbie that way, and then I'm just like, for Oppenheimer, maybe I should just rewear the Barbie thing. But I don't know. There's
A suit would be nice,
yeah,
man.
actually,
A suit
like,
would be nice.
or maybe like an Einstein like wig or something.
Yeah. Or you know, a barong Tagalog for like trying to keep, you know, it historical. Diba?
Na ano ko sa,
It's raining hard right now.
Oh really? I don't hear a thing.
Yeah.
Ang akong thing was that I read a tweet that was like the perfect, like, what's the perfect thing to do for Barbie Oppenheimer opening day? So they were like, you watch Oppenheimer mga 11 a.m. Like, don't eat breakfast, just have coffee and a cigarette, and then watch Oppenheimer at 11 a.m. because it's gonna be dark and it's gonna be 3 hours. And then afterwards you get brunch, and then you watch Barbie at 6 p.m. and then after Barbie you can go like dinner and dancing. And I'm like, that sounds like a perfect day. Like more like just like going through it's a cinematic Barbenheimer na day.
There was one meme that I saw, like, will I be able to understand Oppenheimer if I haven't seen Barbie yet? I'm like, what the fuck? These stupid tweets, man. Film Twitter is like, Feed the Geeks is basically film Twitter, but like, you know, localized.
It's like we're a Philippine film Twitter.
Yeah. Oh man, like I wonder what movies are gonna be like the next, like, you know, pitting them against each other. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, I forgot someone compared this to like an anuman, like there was also a cinematic clash, and like before this year, maybe it was Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump, and then they were like more like we'll never have a cinematic clash like Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump until Barbenheimer happened. It was like, that's interesting. Like, what okay.
Yeah.
But, ano
So those two movies are like the literally me's for women and men. So if you, I don't know which one would you associate, but yeah, those are the two movies for you guys.
Yeah. I'm like, it's fun that you're Team Oppenheimer and I'm Team Barbie. It's like, this is exactly the type of branding we need on this show, which should be picked up soon this year.
Yeah. We're gonna be talking about it though, so expect to
I'm
an episode
excited
about
for
that, guys.
Barbenheimer, like when it takes over Feed the Geeks, and then it's probably just gonna be like
we might
we'll do like a half and half photo of me na naka camera gila, and then ikaw kay ka ng black and white.
I am become Mattel, a producer of toys.
I am become Ken, the boyfriend of Barbie. Do you have any other questions about Indiana Jones before I close the book on it?
How was Fleabag?
Oh my god, she's like so lovely. I'm like, ang kasamok lang is like, she's basically the same character except she's PG, so she's still a funny Fleabag, and then like she's still kind of like a rascal na murag. She's like an antiquities dealer, and then like black market antiquities dealer si Fleabag, but she's not as nasty as she is in Fleabag. So all the tweets about si Fleabag are all like, don't tell me that that Fleabag totally feels like she would definitely fuck older Harrison Ford. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it tracks. But ang akong favorite is that kakita na kag Solo a Star Wars story?
No.
But
she was also
she's
there.
in that movie. She's the robot na murag.
Yeah.
Her brain gets uploaded in the Millennium Falcon. So the Millennium Falcon's like AI is Fleabag, and then everyone is like putting pictures together of them na murag, oh shit, it's Harrison Ford and the Millennium Falcon, and then they're just calling her the Millennium Falcon, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And like everyone was, do you ever think that she talks to Harrison Ford about being the Millennium Falcon, and then everyone just guesses that Harrison Ford will probably just say, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I really like how Harrison Ford is like the anti-celebrity na murag, di siya mo pander to the fandom. Like someone asked him na, hey Harrison, if someone ever gave you the dial of destiny, where would you go? And then Harrison Ford is like, I'd go home. And I'm like, and then he doesn't he doesn't like follow up to it. He just says, I'd go home. And then there's a long pause, and then he says, I haven't been home in like a long time. So like okay, like more like the anti fandom na star. Like I love him. Yeah, Indiana Jones. Like it was a good time in the theaters. Like I was elated. I'd probably put it maybe above Flash. I'm not sure. Like the Flash was still a good one. I can't believe you haven't watched it yet. Like it's gonna.
Yeah, give me
it's
time.
It's gonna close with lower numbers than Black Adam, and I fucking like. I'm fine with Ezra Miller losing, but I just don't want The Rock to win. That dude is like such a fucking ego on steroids, and I like more. I would rather have Ezra Miller like get the win over him, but I don't know. But yeah, watch it. It's fun. Yeah. I liked it. I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's still that one. Oh, before Final Fantasy though, we got Final Fantasy is all about the elements, right? I told you that, and then you were like gushing about, yeah. Basically, all Final Fantasy games are like rooted on like these elemental magic.
The materia.
And then you were just watching. Yeah, no, materia is a 7 thing, but you talked about the movie Elemental from Pixar, and then I'm not sure if we can talk about that yet.
Oh my god, I loved it. It was fucking adorable.
Like, what do you think about Elemental?
I was like, a lot of people are saying the marketing team didn't do it justice because honestly, the movie kind of looks mediocre, so marketing-wise. Like, it's just the people are fire, water, earth, and air, and then these two who are opposites fall in love, and then like more than what the trailers are showing. But when you watch it, it's actually a very serious metaphor about immigration. So like, karang, I don't know how to get into the lore niya really well. But the fire is like the newest people to arrive in the quote unquote new world, and then ano sila like they're basically all the other elements don't know how to work with them, so they get their own like separate fire town, and then and then that's where the old the central character si Ember grew up, and then there's pressure to run the shop sa iyong father, and like Asian ang nag-voice niya, but naasad siya clear na murag
Don't tell me it's gonna be like another generational trauma kind of movie.
It's not actually like murag. Maybe not generational trauma, but more of generational pressure. Like murag kanang the pressure that the descendants of immigrants have kay like katulagi because clear man kaayo na heroic ang gibuhat sa kanang ilang parents na it's maybe not heroic but very brave na to leave your country and then move to a new place where nobody knows you and then start a life there. It's like murag it's interesting to go to a story where like it's not the relationship with the parents that's strained, but it's more of like the character themselves is giving themselves the pressure na I have to live up to my parents na ingana because my parents have been nothing but nice to me. And I'm like, okay, that's very different from Turning Red, which is like more fuck you mom, I'm a woman now and I like boys ingana. So like okay, this is different. But what I really like about Elemental is that it's a love story Jutsuya na murag it's a boy and a girl and then they go on a date and it's not family friendly or it's not like as family centric as you would think so. Like murag I don't like even Zootopia is not like it's not ballsy enough to make the romance between karang the fox and the rabbit be like
and the hot rabbit.
The hot rabbit. You were just saying what I'm thinking. I was just like, we're like, yeah, God, that rabbit was so hot, right? It's like more like, no wonder they made Beastars after this. It was like Judy Hopps. Like she's such a fucking anyway, I got lost in my thought. And then it's really nice to watch characters fall in love in a Pixar movie and then just like kilig kayo because they really like they don't belong together and then like they have arguments about like say the water guys, come on, just we have to try, can you touch me? And then like mag-ano siya, I can't! You'll evaporate! And you could, like, extinguish my fire! And I'm like, this... I really liked it because when me and Tiny were watching it, like, kind of kiligon kayo while we were watching it, and the people behind us were just, like, laughing at both of us kay kind of kilig kayo while we were watching. So, it's very... If you want a non-superhero property to, like, come out, like, if you don't want a big action adventure, like, tanaw na like Elementals, it's like, the trailers are not doing the movie justice, and I like it more than, let's say, I like it more than Inside Out as a concept.
No way. That's a very hot take.
Yeah, I was like, for me, there were like holes in Inside Out, but anyway. I don't like it as much as I like Zootopia, but maybe it's like, if Turning Red for me is a 10, Elemental would be at a 9 or an 8.5.
So,
yeah, it's like it's a nice simple ang world niya, and it's cute. So yeah. Speaking of the elements, live action Avatar, we already talked about it. There's a game incoming, and it looks terrible.
Sucks. Yeah, it's ass. Like, they can never make a... What the fuck is wrong with these, like, Avatar game devs, man? Like, they can never make a good Avatar game. It's like, it's so easy. Like, give them the budget, make an RPG, be your own, like, Avatar guy, and then just go out, explore.
Like, just all the energy for Forspoken, just put that in an Avatar game, and I'm pretty sure, like, more like you got a gangbusters something. Like, I guess ang problem nila, they kind of like to stick. They think that the Avatar lore is only stuck with kanang telling the story of Aang and his friends.
Yeah, and it's also difficult to build like their own original story, because like I don't know, maybe it fucks up the canon, or maybe people are concerned with the lore that much that hey, this isn't possible, this isn't good. Yeah, maybe they're afraid of that kind of feedback.
Yeah, siguro. But para na ako, it's like there's so much. That's why they were even able to make that story of Avatar 1, sa katong Legend of Korra, because there's a lot of shit to be filled up like in between, and like murag, you can Hogwarts Legacy it, where you can pick which nation you can be siguro if you don't want to be an avatar, but you can just like bend and then turn it into a World of Warcraft kind of setting where like you can team up as benders, and then like you can just okay, the earths are the tanks,
easy,
and then the FPS are the shooters are the firebenders, the water are the healers. Like it's
so easy, man. Like Jesus. So Square Enix,
Studios,
like
why aren't you calling
Ubisoft,
us?
Please, please, like try to make sense out of this. And back to Final Fantasy. Like we've been talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, my only Final Fantasy experience, like that I purposely went like more like I'm gonna jump into it, is like Final Fantasy VII, because it was free on the PlayStation, and I was like, fine, let's get into it because it's free anyway. And then I immediately went like Morag, I have to make Tifa and Aerith fall in love with me, and then like Morag, and that was it. Like,
did you even finish it?
I think I got the 80% of the game, and then something else came out. Maybe I got a copy of Fallen Order, and then I started playing that, or maybe God of War came out, and then tiraan ako nagmarag, okay, onya na ka Final Fantasy because I have to do this right now. Like, I forgot all about and then I couldn't jump back into it because I forgot all the controls.
Okay.
Like, fuck, I have to play the entire game again, okay? I don't know how to cast like all the spells now.
Yeah, so it's 7 for you. Yeah. And I'm not really that
How
big.
long have you been in this franchise?
No, I've never played any Final Fantasy game when I was a kid. The only Final Fantasy game I remember playing was like Final Fantasy VII, the old one, and
the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I think I remember playing that one, and Final Fantasy 12, and Final Fantasy 10. So like,
which one is 12?
12 was the political one, the one with like airships, the one with it was.
It's not the one with the guy that appears in Kingdom Hearts. Si
who?
Kada
Squall?
PS2 man siguro ta. No, not
See, the
Squall
one with the
Leonhardt.
gunblade?
No, the one who is like a champion of playing like a ball game.
Oh, Tidus. Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
that
that was
guy.
Final Fantasy X. That was Final Fantasy X.
Oh shit, which one is
Yeah.
12?
12 is a very political game, and it's about like empires as empires kind of thing. It was the first step to being the mature Final Fantasy, and then I liked it. I actually didn't finish it because it was a bit hard, because like my child brain couldn't handle like numbers on screen, but like fuck.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
do I need to
Ugh.
wait for like a few turns to like do this move? Fuck. So yeah, that was like the issue I have with like the old Final Fantasy games. Like it's all turn-based, although I really enjoy turn-based, but as you play the story along, as you keep playing it for hours, it gets like the fuck, like these random encounters, these like you just go around the overworld, by explore stuff, and then you get like jump scared by like this, like you're fighting another enemy again. So yeah, Final Fantasy is a very, very interesting RPG franchise that over the years it has developed and evolved. And with 7, that was a huge step as well. It got better, it got modernized, and
Which
the
one? This
writing
is remake? You're
yeah,
talking
the
about
7 remake. Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
So that was the first step, and then it went backwards with Final Fantasy 15 with the Twinks and the Backstreet Boys. So that was another
Wait,
thing as well.
nauna man ang 15 sa katong ano.
Yeah, yeah. 15 was the first before 7 Rebirth, but it kind of went backwards in like chronological perspective na lang pad ba. So
Okay.
yeah, it's
Wait,
a
wait,
very
wait.
weird one.
Chronologically, it went backwards, but I thought every Final Fantasy was its own independent story.
Yeah, I mean, what I meant was like 7 remake, although it came out after 15. 15 wasn't just as revolutionary as everyone thought it was ba. Because it's supposed to be like a mainline Final Fantasy game. It's supposed to be the new thing. It should change things. And then Final Fantasy VII changed that because, you know, it had a good team, and 15 was like, it didn't have a good team. There were a lot of changes, there were a lot of like factors with the development
Okay,
cycles and shit.
Yeah, to contextualize, kano sa manigo, what year ningo was ang 15 and ang katong, ano?
7 remake.
7 remake, yeah.
Oh, 7 remake came out 2020. And then Final Fantasy 15 came out in like 2017 or 16, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So mid 20, like late 2010s.
Yeah. It's a very weird game, but everyone loved it. It's a sleeper Final Fantasy hit. But with 16 right now, it's a really interesting game because like it's moving away from all the established RPG tropes that these Final Fantasy game offers. Like there's now a mature story. Everyone can say fuck now. And everyone has yeah, and then blood is allowed on screen, and there's like the combat is no longer turn-based. I mean, it started with 7 remake and
Turn-based
What?
ra ba ang 15 gihapon?
no, it's
I-
not. It's real time. Like it's real time, but it's not as seamless as what 16 and 7 had. Yeah. So with this, like, it's a huge step in the right direction. If these like Final Fantasies can evolve, and it worked, it's a really good game. Although
Did you finish it na?
not yet. It's a very
Oh my
long one.
god.
Yeah,
Oh,
like RPGs
like-
are long, man.
Nga naman na siya ano, like daghan ba siya side quests or something, or like
Yeah.
it's just the grind lang jud.
Yeah, I mean, there's no grind to it, man. Like, there's just so many side quests and character arcs that you have to go through. And I understand, like, I know that the Japanese they really, like, go back to what they're always comfortable ba. Like, Final Fantasy 16 is always marketed as this, like, political game with mature storytelling and, like, this, like, war on kingdoms and shit. And then you get, like, your own summons, like, big-ass dragons like Game of Thrones. But they can't resist to go back to its safe spot where you kill God at the end. It's really
Really?
crazy. Yeah, like, why can't we just keep it on a more grounded level where there's, like, minimal magic, like Game of Thrones, but somehow they always find a way to like end it with you killing God, and it's the RPG trope
Is that what
still
happens
around.
in Kingdom Hearts? Do you
Yeah,
also
but
kill
yeah.
God in Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, you're killing God. You're killing this like embodiment of like darkness and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So crazy. And even Final Fantasy VII, you're killing Sephiroth there, which is like the god of like whatever he is. Yeah, so it still stuck to that curse, but I appreciate the way they're handling how mature this entry is now. And it's also like one other thing, like I saw an interview about the creator for 16. There was like they were really mad about the idea of like people calling JRPGs, like they don't like that term.
They don't like RPGs.
No, they don't like when somebody calls their games JRPGs. Like it sounds racist. Like it sounds racist to them. Yeah, for the Japanese people.
JRPG, so Japanese RPG.
Yes. Like why can't you just call them? Yeah. Like why can't you just call them regular RPGs instead of like putting a J on it, right?
I
So
don't know.
like
The moment
actually,
you put J on it, Manggod, I'm immediately Marag. I'm gonna expect a lot of numbers, and like it's the moment you say J, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is gonna be one of those. The story is probably gonna be weird. They're probably gonna use English words in a weird way, and gonna extensive ang like mga maps niya, ang mga item like improvement. Like there has to be like a materia for this, like items for this, and but
yeah. That's the thing. That's exactly the reason why they don't like their games being called JRPGs anymore, because it puts the value down to their like core like goal. But like this isn't what the game was supposed to be. But JRPGs aren't always that kind of tropey thing where like four dudes just stand in a line and then you're watching a spreadsheet Excel file. Yeah, it could be more than that. And that's why with Final Fantasy XVI it really improved on it, and it's fun. Although they still suffer from like weird Japanese like stuff.
okay. What are the best things about this new game right now?
Oh man, like if you've seen the discourse on like Twitter, probably like everyone's talking about how great the boss fights are. It's so cinematic, it's so campy, and it's literally anime. So like one moment you're like fighting for like a political war between these two nations, and then the next you're like out in the fucking sky fighting this huge behemoth dragon. So it never shies away
You
from
can
that
turn
kind
into
of crazy thing.
Like you can turn into a kaiju, and then you have a kaiju fight in the same map, but only you're large.
Yeah. That's the good thing about it, because like you can transform into this beast. You're basically Godzilla, and your moveset is basically Godzilla. You can shoot death rays, you can like smack them with your claws and stuff. So it's a really fun game if you're into like these like nonsensical kaiju battles. Cause it's fucking crazy, and I'm sure everyone's gonna talk about it in the years to come, like how Final Fantasy improved like boss battles and shit. So
I'm gonna ask you the most crucial question to me is who's the waifu of the game?
Oh yeah, that's the thing, and there are actually a lot of waifus to choose from. But I prefer the main girl, Jill Warwick.
What's her name? Jill
Warwick. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She's the embodiment of ice. Basically, your main character is the embodiment of fire, and your
I know. See, Ifrit.
Clive, the Ifrit. Yeah. So she's Shiva in the game, and then
the ice goddess.
Yeah. They're actually a love interest, and they share like, it's the most mature love story I've seen in a Final Fantasy game, and that's a huge compliment. Unlike what they did with like Tidus and like Yuna in Final Fantasy X, and what they did with Tifa and like whatever that thing is. Like I wonder.
Hey, don't shit on Tifa. She launched $1 billion franchise with her like boobs alone.
With her personality. Yeah. So it's actually really good here. The love dynamic between these characters. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to link it to you how that character is really good. Like her design is really elegant and mature, and it's not the Tifa type where you get to see the armpits, you get to see the cleavage. So it's not like that.
Like,
It's a mature design character.
She doesn't say that she needs a shower every like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, yeah. She doesn't say that, which is a breath of fresh air for like for the non what do you call that, the thirsty, horny Final Fantasy fans out there. It's really cool.
I'm like, I'm honestly, I have not seen anything in the news feeds yet. There's no, like, I know na when Resident Evil 4 came out, the threads were just full of kind of Ashley, and then I'm just like, more like, well, she's everywhere now. And then like, more like, even before that, there was Lady Dimitrescu, and then I'm just, who's the girl from Final Fantasy 16? She should be out here at some point.
Which is why it's great, because she wasn't sexualized to the point that everyone's gonna make horny fan arts out of her. So
Well,
she's
people
a
will
really
find a way.
yeah, people will find a way. Yeah, whatever. But in this instance, though, like in 16, it's actually a very like a really beautiful character with like her own motivations. It's not. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So, yeah, I have yet to finish the game though, and I'm still like taking my time. I took a break because like it's overwhelming.
How much percent are you already like through the story?
Probably 80% maybe.
Uh-huh.
And the reason also like the thing that made me love the game more is that they have this like lore keeper, like you get to talk to this like this political emissary there on a table, and then she tells you like the state of the realm, even though like at the end of the day you're just even though you're just gonna kill God at the end of the day, there's like state stories like this empire has claimed this another empire, and then you claim this one, and then you're moving in this kingdom. It's really cool.
Let the record show my eyes are just like rolling. I'm like, oh, really, Third?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Fuck
you use your computer screen as a book to read all of the lore? I've only tried that for God of War. I tried to read all of the diary entries. I was just like, Murdoch, this is fucking sad. I don't want to do this anymore.
No fucking way. You have no idea what a Draugr is, Bayani? Come on.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah,
But,
Final Fantasy XVI.
Let's compare it to the games that came out this year. Like, is it better than God of War Ragnarok?
Oh, I mean, God of War Ragnarok has a very straightforward story, and it has emotional weight to it, which is it's not better than God of War. God of War Ragnarok is still good.
Okay, is it better than Star Wars Jedi Survivor?
Yes, probably.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I like the combat better in Final Fantasy XVI. It's solid.
Big words.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
yes,
better
yes.
than a Souls-like, a Diet Souls-like.
Yeah, because it is no. I mean, it's a different one because like 16 is like a Devil May Cry-esque kind of gameplay. So it's faster, and then you get to like you have so much freedom of movement.
How about Resident Evil 4?
Two different genres. I don't know. I can't tell if it's good or not.
Because they're both they're both J games, so you're suddenly like,
no, come
they're
on.
two different genres. Who can
the other one is
compare?
the other one is a horror game, and the other is an RPG. So two different worlds. But with if you're gonna ask about Tears of the Kingdom, though, like I still think Tears of the Kingdom, is gonna win this year's like Game of the Year. Yeah.
Okay, sige.
Unless
we'll put that down for the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Spider-Man 2 like hits the mark.
I'm not even hopeful about Spider-Man. I'm honestly like, I played the first game, and it's just like, this is just very repetitive. It's just like collect the bags, unlock the map, and then like do a sneaky mission, but then do an MJ mission. It's like
you don't like
okay.
Spider-Man?
It's alright. I'm like, it didn't change my life. I'm just like, I guess I'm a narrative, like, mo prefer jud kog narrative na type of story, so mas prefer gyapon ako ang Last of Us, and siguro mas ganahan ko sa first God of War. I don't know, maybe because I just like I went through that one straight. Kanang by the second God of War, I don't know, maybe I was just world weary na lang, and then like maybe I was just older, and I find myself falling asleep during the hold button to go through passage na ano na mga missions. It was like climbed mountain, and I was just like the Gaia ano yan, and then I fall asleep just Kratos like climbing the mountain. Like fuck this.
Yeah.
But sige, good contender for Game of the Year. Final Fantasy is back.
Yeah, and Tears of the Kingdom, a lot of things coming out this year, and
I'm
my
just gonna,
wallet can't handle shit anymore, man.
Yeah. What do you do? Do you sell the games afterwards? You sell your games, man, diba?
Yeah, I told you about that. Like, that's the reason why I platinum games that I play, so that I don't have to worry about playing it again. So, I see everything that the game has to offer, and then sell it, and then give it to like whoever wants to play it, because like these big ass games don't usually get a lot of stocks, because it keeps getting, you know, a lot of people get it on day one. So if you didn't pre-order it, you're not gonna have to, you don't get access to it, like in the state with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and then everyone pre-ordered it. So if you go to like Data Blitz or iTech and you didn't pre-order that game, you can't get a copy because everyone's pre-ordering it. Yeah.
That's an interesting take. I did not think of that. Hey, I know that we're done, but I know that okay, we're wrapped up and I know with the episode, but since I just wanted to commemorate the Pride Month ending, and we didn't talk about any gay things like for our entire run of the month. And I think that's very poor on our part na di ito nag-represent. And, like,
oh man,
just
like,
tell me,
we didn't
like,
really get to talk about it.
Yeah, just tell me if there's anything this month that you enjoyed na murag pro-LGBT content. Is there any pro-LGBT games that maybe you checked out? Or, I don't know, does Tracer count because Tracer is gay and then you play Overwatch? Or, well, Final Fantasy is a pretty gay franchise. I mean, like, you've seen Noctis, right? Or is it more of like a... Or it's just a goth franchise long?
Yeah, I mean, in the new Final Fantasy, there's actually a gay character. And it's actually a very important character as well, because he's capable, he's strong, and he's really, really good. And it's the reason why it also got banned in Saudi Arabia, Final Fantasy XVI. All because of that one scene where he kissed the dude. So, yeah, it's...
Oh, no,
it's the only
you
gay
don't do that in Saudi.
LGBT stuff. Yeah, you can.
I wonder if, like, kung kinsa ang nag-censor sa Saudi Arabia ba, like, murag, he's the only one with the rights to look at the gay material because he's the one who's censoring them. Like, is that like the safest job for a gay person ever in Saudi Arabia? Like, murag, I volunteer to like screen all of the gay material, and then like murag na siya, just looking out for the gay shit, or like, I don't know. It's just funny to think about like who is in charge of this censoring. But okay. Anything else? Did you watch any movies?
I've been watching Succession. I'm almost done, but I've been watching Severance though. I watched Severance, and
really?
I'm not sure how I would like deal with that one, because it's slow. It's a slow burn, and it's a slow burn. Like, so much like stills. Like, there's just an office scene where you get to see the chairs lang. There's no movement at all. And okay, I know it's a creative thing, but please move on from the story.
Yeah,
because like the mystery is intriguing.
Yeah, like Severance, what I can tell you is that dili satisfying ang ending niya. Like, it ends like a murag cliffhanger where you just have questions that you're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, dili satisfying ang close sa yung book. It's more of like, you have questions the entire season and they answer a bunch of them at the end, but there's a really, really big, like, what the fuck that's happening, and then the season ends. But
it does get a season 2, though.
Yeah, it does have a season 2, but, like, it's a very interesting murag look at office dynamics and just throwing the sci-fi element of it na murag, you literally can't perceive your outside life when you're at work, and then vice versa. But ganahan kayo ko sa kanang brainwashing of the company into turning turning the lore of the company into a religion for the workers, and like the uber religious character is si John Turturro, and then he's a gay character in the movie, and he like he finds a romance with someone, and like ganahan kayo ko sa kanang basta my favorite scene
Did you
in
just
the entire
spoil it
series.
for me?
No.
I'm still at episode 2.
Not really. Yeah. But my favorite thing in the entire series, Jude, is like it's called an I don't know. It's called an electronic dance party. Basta, that one. Just wait for that. There's a dance party
Alright.
in the movie, and that's my favorite scene. Like, for me, like to celebrate Pride Month, like nasuck in ko sa Disney's Owl House. I didn't know how I got there, but I was just like I would play like series, like it's become my hobby now to just play a random thing that I always wanted to watch, and if it wasn't like a thing I really wanted to watch, I can just turn it on while I do chores, and then I ended up playing the Owl House, and it's so like it's so astounding how gay the series is. I don't know how it got greenlit by Disney. Like you have the character, and then ang main love interest niya is another girl, and then like there's non-binary characters in it, and then like they don't tiptoe around any of the issues surrounding them being gay. They're kind of just the characters are gay, and it's like move on, like ingana. And then it's like it's really really cute. I can imagine. And it has so much kanang anime influence. Serious ang kaning Owl House. I wasn't expecting it to be parts. It was parts Harry Potter. It was parts Full Metal Alchemist. Na lore, and then there's like it's part Evangelion, and then I'm like, murag, this thing is fucking crazy. Murag, like it totally flies by the radar because it's like a kids show, but it's na immerse jud ko niya by the end. Like I was like super hyped by the like finale. It was like murag. It's as if I was watching the ending of Avatar: The Last Airbender for the first time. It was like that level of hype. I was like, whoa, this is good. Also,
Okay.
have you seen? Do you watch any of the Gundam lore? Like, do you know what Gundam is?
No,
it's just
I'm not
like,
a big Gundam guy.
It's your favorite like flavor of Japanese na like take a franchise and just reboot everything by the next thing, and then just some elements are the same but everything is new. Like diba Legend of Zelda does it, and Final Fantasy does it, Gundam also does it, and like they did it with this witch from Mercury, and I wasn't expecting the series to be super gay. Like murag, it was like, whoa, I can't believe Japan okayed this. Like murag, we approve gay
Wait,
Gundam
Owl House?
story.
Are we still talking about Owl House here?
No, I'm talking about another series now.
Another
I'm like-
thing. Okay, like
I'm
what?
like,
Okay,
okay,
why
Owl
are we talking
House,
about the Gundam thing now?
And then there's Gundam, and I'm like, because I was watching Witch from Mercury, which is the new Gundam series that premiered last, and I was like, let's watch the new Gundam. Like Moraga, it's time I tried it, and I was surprised it was gay, and it was like, the character is gay, and then she gets betrothed to like a daughter of like a high big company, and I'm like, grabe, Pride Month, it caught me by surprise. Like it was like the meme, the Reddit page na suddenly gay. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting, and like lingaw ang yung like mga references, like it's very Dune ang yung references. Like there's a group called the Benerit group, and then like it's like the Bene Gesserit, and then like there's these ladies, more faction of ladies that are bald and then are like just running the company, and it's it's like it's Gundam meets like business, and there's one episode where they're like in an incubation party, and then the big thing that happens is like, I'm starting my own Gundam company, and then it's like, whoa, the numbers are going up, and then in like drama kaayo, it's like, this is probably what it feels like to watch Succession, and then like, oh, you're getting support from your father to start your own Gundam company. You need stocks and investment, interest rates. And like, what the fuck is this Gundam series? It's like, it's robots and there's business. So like, this is amazing and gay. So
Witch from Mercury.
Yeah, my suggestions for Pride Month: Witch from Mercury and Owl House. And 30 is
All right. I don't know. I haven't seen
What did
any
the games
gay
say? What are the games? Last of
Oh.
Us?
no, I didn't really play a lot and stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
there's a-
Zelda is like, Zelda is intentionally androgynous, so like, there's no
Oh.
definite gender to his. I mean, Link in The Legend of Zelda. I mean, like he's
Ooh,
not
okay.
supposed. Like the creator mentioned that he's not. He could be what you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to be. So
Yeah,
that was the point.
there's a lot of slutty Link fan art that I see online.
Yeah.
Like murag him
Because like
with,
he's
like,
actually wearing a slutty suit.
a backless, and I'm like, oh, this is
Yeah.
happy Pride. And
Yeah, happy
kamusta
Pride.
day? Fuck, I forgot it. I was like, there was another game that I was like, oh, Hades also gets a lot of murag gay fan art.
Yeah.
You like Hades, right?
Hades-
You got hard for that shit.
Yeah, I love Hades, but it's an old game now. Everyone's been like consuming it already. But yeah, it has a good representation for like and Zagreus is also like a thirst trap for a lot of like women, and all the characters in Hades are like you would want to fuck them. So it's a really interesting game.
Yeah, yeah.
So what
Okay.
else? Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry we couldn't have like a guest here. Usually, like Retasocast and Feed the Geek shares our one token gay guest, and that's Zach. So like, whenever it's
So
like,
he's not around.
yeah, like he's not around. But you can check our episode with him like down the line. Maybe you can just link it.
Yes.
Like
few
we
years
talk about
ago.
Luca, and then Zach talks about karang Legend of Korra and how he thinks the murag representation was kind of like cheap back then. Na murag very easy ang representation. But yeah, that's Zach. So watch out for that. We'll
Yes.
make 30 link the episode in the bottom because he does that. That's his job. But yeah, well, that was episode
Yeah.
60 of Feed the Geeks. Thank you for listening to our ramblings.
Thank you. Yes. And we'll see you on the next episode. Not next
Yeah,
week because
we'll
who
get
knows
geared-
what time.
Yeah, we won't trick ourselves into going next week. Nasad, like we're just gonna go
Yeah.
like next episode whenever that happens. Hopefully, makakover mig Barbenheimer. What else is coming out, boy? What else are you excited for?
Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
I'm okay.
I know you hate that shit. Yeah, so
I don't hate it. I
whatever.
actually have seen all the Mission Impossibles.
Oh, okay.
I really
that's
like
nice.
Mission Impossible 3.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that was our episode. Thanks for listening, guys. If you want us
Yes.
to cover anything in the future, just put it down. Like, please. Okay? Like, so far, my July calendar is just Barbie and Oppenheimer. And, like, I don't know, what else are we gonna finish? Watch Oshinoko na lagi. Like, you... Like,
I've seen a lot of Oshinoko memes on my timeline.
yeah,
and like,
but, like,
the
get
fuck
in
does
on
this
that
even
shit.
mean?
Engage in the
What does
culture.
this even mean?
If not
Yeah.
Oshinoko, Tengoku Daimakyo, like promise, it's done now. The season, it's ended, and it's like so good. It's Akira
Yeah.
meets
One of our
Last
listeners
of
is
Us.
is probably interested with your Oshinoko takes. So yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna
but
he's gonna
you
listen
should
to
be.
that.
It's totally up your alley. Like, play it while you're playing Final Fantasy or something. Like, that's how you consume content, right?
No, I don't. I actually like. I have a singular. I'm laser focused on what I want to do. I can't do that shit. I can't watch a show here, listen to a podcast here, and then play a video game. I can't do that. That's not me. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Sige, sige. Well,
So,
that was our
yeah, guys.
episode. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, and
Bye.
bye bye.